A very good afternoon to you, Vuyo. First of all, I do want you to note that I'm coming to you from outside of the Cape Town International Convention Centre. Parliament has just announced that this is where the first sitting of Parliament will take place. Of course, it's still early at this stage. As you noted, there are several objections that have come out from these 7th democratic elections, discrepancies that were noted by various political parties. We reported extensively here in the Western Cape from the Results Operations Centre, those political parties that jointly issued out a document to the Independent Electoral Commission, and also they sent out emails respectively gathering their legal teams, just trying to get the attention of the IEC to recount, if not recount. There are just several issues that they raised generally when it comes to the processes of the IEC pertaining to the results and the votes. So we spoke to the IEC in the Western Cape and asked them what they're doing and how many of these complaints or these objections they've received in this province. But I do want to note, Vuyo, that last night when the chairperson of the IEC briefed members of the media at the National Results Operations Centre, he mentioned that there are about 24 recounts that they had noted at the time they were reporting this information, noting that Gauteng has 20 recounts, the Northwest with 3 recounts, and 1 recount in Limpopo. So let's listen to what Mr. Michael Hendricks told us when we asked about the concerns and the objections that were raised, particularly from this province.
The objections process is specifically aimed at objections which are material to the result. These are dealt with directly by the Commission in Tshwane. So these objections are not lodged with us at the local or provincial level. I'm not aware of the number. I know that there is a large number because I've been interacting with the political parties here, and they have indicated which is their right. And I think that is the right way to go. If you're not happy with the result, challenge the result in the lawful means that it is, and the procedures are there for political parties and candidates to challenge and want to raise objections where they feel that these are material to the outcome of the election.
So there are a number of political parties here in the Western Cape that actually jointly sent out that letter. I'm just trying to find it on my phone, but there's a long list of them here in the Western Cape, which includes the EFF, the ANC. But I just want to note that the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters in their briefing noted that they do accept the results, that some of the discrepancies that have been raised might not have material effect on the findings, but the EFF back before that briefing had actually included their signature in this letter. It was the ANC, the EFF, COPE, AM4C, the Good Party, ACC, Al-Jama, Zaki Ahmed, who's actually an independent candidate here, Action SA. BOSA is also another political party which its national leader announced that they accept the results, and the discrepancies is not something they're really focusing on. The other political parties include ARA, Land Party, UDM, Arise, Mzansi, PMC, Freedom Front Plus, which is one of those political parties that actually went to show us the discrepancies and where they came from. We also have the PMC, the MK Party, Al-Jama, I think I mentioned that, the PAC, and the Referendum Party. I don't know if I mentioned the ATM political party because we also spoke to them last night before leaving the Results Operations Centre. So that's the list of these political parties that have raised discrepancies, concerns, objections, if you may. We also spoke to some of them saying that some of them are not entirely, through those objections that they lodged with the IEC, are not entirely requesting a recount, but just overall the processes of the IEC. There are various aspects linked to these objections that the IEC spoke about. They also noted that there are about 6 different themes of these objections. They did try to get into details in terms of trying to give us information about what these stakeholders are objecting with regards to the results of these 7th democratic elections. Some of these political parties in the Western Cape are trying to take legal action. Al-Jama, when we spoke to them, said they want to exhaust the internal processes by going through the IEC. Remember, they had requested a condonation, and even when it was granted, the extension from 9 to 6 the next day, or not the next day, but when it was granted until 6 p.m., they were saying that they wanted to first make sure that they exhaust all those internal processes before actually reaching out to the electoral court. So some of them are still very much disgruntled, same as those in the national sphere. So what we do know, though, is that the IEC, having said that there's 24 recounts from Gauteng, Northwest and Limpopo, I then further asked them that are there any updates with regards to other provinces where they might have recounting taking place, but we are yet to receive a response from the Independent Electoral Commission about the processes that are unfolding, particularly regarding objections in the Western Cape province.